The scale of this project is actually, it is crazy, it is nuts.
I love working on this project.
It's a memory of us, the first class to complete 2 years at this campus.
I never imagined it would be quite as big as this.
So we got like 400 students, so I reckon they'll get it done pretty quick, but it's a pretty big mural.
This came out of some survey data that we'd received from our community following the COVID years, and generally for young people at the moment in the world, that it has been in some ways harder for them to connect in large groups and across age groups.
The walls just spoke to us as an opportunity to celebrate the school and to actually leave a mark, to create an identity, to create an opportunity for students to leave their mark on the school and to give it some life.
We had another wall in mind first, but the school's been pretty open to us being able to ensure that what we do has high impact, so that it's visible from the outside world, so it's not just something the students see, it's something that the community can see and be involved with.
Anthony Breslin is an old friend of mine and has worked on school projects in the past, and I thought I know the perfect candidate for enlivening this school with creativity.
The school contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in doing a mural project on some walls at the school. Every time I get a new project, I push myself out of my comfort zone all the time to do something that's going to challenge me. So this mural design I had in my head, and when I pitched it at them, it was like a giant jigsaw puzzle that fitted together. And I hadn't done a mural like this so much before, so I was hoping they'd say yes, and then I could have a go at doing it.
We opened this campus in 2022. This is the graduating class, the first group who've actually gone through Year 8 and Year 9 at this new magnificent campus. So we felt it was particularly poignant for them to actually create an artwork for future generations to enjoy and to leave their mark on our school in a positive way.
Normally our Year 9s do a unit called Wisdom and Service towards the end of the year, and this is part of their Wisdom and Service.
Originally when I spoke to the artist, Anthony, and he went away and thought about it and came back with the idea of a frolic in the garden of the mind, which for him was a way of connecting this idea of wisdom and service but making it more playful.
So the whole mural it's called A Frolic in the Garden of the Mind. So it's meant to be the mind coming to life and the creativity in the mind. And so there's the wisdom aspect of that. So that's basically what the philosophy of the mural is. It's this crazy psychedelic garden that's sprouting in the mind. And all the ideas, all the things in it are the ideas being sprouted in the mind. I went to Steve and said, okay, this is what I want to do. Can you cut out all these panels for me? And we sat in front of his computer. First of all, I got him to put a list of panels together in like all the hands, all the bugs, all the dragonflies, all the love hearts, and in different sizes. And then I'd say, I want that size there, I want this size here, I want some dragonflies flying into frame. And then I'd get him up, when we got them on position, I'd say, I want to put trees in now to join all these hearts together onto branches, and we did all that on the computer.
Yeah, there's always the collaboration of design side of things and the artistic side of things, and then I look at whether or not it can be done or how it can be done. There's always a way of doing it. And then we got together and started placing them on a full scale set out that you can do on CAD. I mean, CAD is mathematics in its purest form, I believe. So when you're drawing in AutoCAD or on a CAD platform, you're actually drawing to scale. So it's not a scaled down version, you're drawing it to fit. And we're able to get the geometry off the drawing and then apply machine paths to that to make the parts cut out. And you can make it fit like a jigsaw puzzle.
was a lot of preparation in getting the boards ready for the classrooms and for students to then work on them.
Well, the idea was for the students for me to create all the panels and even the back coats of them, put the eyes in, all that kind of stuff. And the kids would do designs on all of it.
We are given like a shape which is like a flower or a fly or a heart or something along those lines, and then we can add patterns to it.
I don't know what the whole is going to look like, but I thought working on small bits with my friends and all talking about our artistic thoughts about the piece is very interesting.
Choose your shape and like touch it up if someone's already done it, or you can start it from scratch, or yeah.
It's really fun because there's like a few elements that we have to hit, like we have to make it colourful and we have to pattern it, but then they just gave us paint and they just told us to do like whatever patterns we like, so it's been really fun.
It's so cool that we're doing this and the school's allowed us to do something like
Yeah.
They really enjoy working with someone who isn't a teacher, someone from the real world with real experience. So it's been a great opportunity for them to kind of see what happens from a school context and then apply that to a real arts project.
I think I'm the most important person here because, you know, keeping the brushes in check.
I did a lot of the prep, the physical prep, and purchasing the supplies and what we needed to do to get things done.
My role here with the mural is just to be helping the kids, keeping them engaged, giving them a little bit of confidence to be able to work on the mural with Anthony.
Really over like a 3-week period this is being created, but because it's such a big school and there's so many students working on it, we are able to achieve that in that amount of time.
Of kids coming in and out of the art rooms, but so far it's been really fun. I'm really enjoying it.
It's huge. Probably the scale is much larger than we imagined, but the wall is, presents itself as an opportunity, and having that coverage and then seeing it in context, I think will really be dramatic and quite impressive, because you'll be able to see it from the street and you'll be able to identify that this is actually a school where students have a life and have a contribution to make.
There's probably around 470 Year 9s at the school. It's a big school. So the numbers of students coming through, we can really achieve a lot in a short amount of time because of those numbers. Each class gets a go, and then we're opening lunch times, and once they leave at the end of the year, they're welcome to come in and do a little bit of extra work on it, and also see the installation of the mural.
Say it's realistically it's more than halfway. It's probably the whole project would be 3/4. There's still a lot of details and painting to go, but then that doesn't include the installation, which is probably a week's work in the installation of it.
That's what really got me going when I was younger, was to see how stuff fitted together, how stuff worked. And so I think this is brilliant for school kids to be involved in a project like this, where they can see mathematics, numbers, machine processes, all that sort of stuff coming together with artwork and an artist to produce this mural, which is going to tell a story. How good is that? Fabulous.
So once you get the first ones up, you can ascertain where the next one goes, all that kind of stuff. And then as you get down to the bottom, they'll all fit together pretty well. They should. And because Steve did the design with me, he knows exactly what's going on as well, which is integral, because I can't get on a scaffolding tower anymore. I'm not able to. In the past I was able to, and I was able to install a lot of these kinds of things myself, but now it's just too difficult. Like, I'm sitting on a time bomb because my cancer is progressing, and I'm going to get to a point where I suffer for doing the project now. Often when I leave the school after a day, I've got to go lie down because I'm just dizzy and I'm not feeling well at all. I've set things up to carry on without me, if that happens, because that's a possibility, or I might be fine.
It's bringing people together, working together on things that they may not have worked on with others before. But also, it gives them pride in what they're doing. They can bring their parents to the wall and brothers and sisters of the future. It's historical, really.
So to have a collaborative project across the year level where we would have a permanent visual legacy of wisdom and service represented in a playful way was something that was challenging but has ended up being quite beautiful.
It gives me purpose, and that's paramount to me. I've always been, the main objective in my life has always been purpose. If it fuels inspiring other people or affecting other people or whatever, that's even better.
I think it means just like kind of everyone's like individual input put into one thing, like about their own mind. Like say if I wanted to paint a flower, someone else wanted to paint like a heart, like lots of different squiggles and stuff. It's kind of just like a representation of what we were thinking.
Like even though there's a bunch of different visual styles, they all like merge together and feel as one.
Yeah. It definitely puts everyone's personality into one. You can definitely see parts of specific students in it. It looks lovely though.
My aim is to create opportunities for people to expand their own selves, and that's why designing something where it has a scope, it has its own sense of direction, and then when the kids come in and contribute their part to it, they have creative input into what they're doing that's in front of them, but that I know will fit into the whole thing as a whole, which is how I plan all these things. So people have ownership over an aspect of it, but I have an idea of how it all has to fit together as one project at the end, and that it comes together well because of that reason.
This mural is a testament and a reminder to our staff and students and to the community of the impact that visual arts has on culture. And for such a large school, this is a really remarkable feat.
I'd like to welcome staff, students, families and friends to this important occasion to open this wonderful mural, A Frolic in the Mind's Garden, which is an interpretation of our motto, which is wisdom and service, and something which we actually teach explicitly here at the East Campus as a standalone subject. Out in the end is a detailed and intricate documentation of a journey that we must all be truly proud of. A collective artwork from the graduating class of 2023 that leaves a positive legacy, reflecting on the learning and the enjoyment that this campus offers all students and staff and anyone who walks in here. We hope this mural inspires generations of students to come and reminds us of shared experiences here at this amazing school. A Frolic in the Mind's Garden is a wonderful celebration, and I'd like to thank Anthony and his team for his incredible investment into McKinnon Secondary College. It's just more than I could have ever wanted.
This has been an amazing experience for me, primarily because I had this design idea in my head and I needed the means to turn it into reality. It came from Melinda. I just jumped on it and thought, this is what I want to do, and I thank the school for letting me do what I wanted to do. I'm very grateful for the opportunity, because that's all that matters to me in my life now, is just having a purpose to do something that serves something beyond myself.